Hello friends, Steven Beddall here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Acoustic Agent inside of Groove Agent, with a special focus on the style player. The goal here is to understand what the Acoustic Agent is designed to do, how the style player works, and why this combination is such a powerful tool for creating realistic drum performances quickly inside of Cubase. So let's get right into it. So if you're new to Groove Agent, the first thing that's really important to understand is that it includes different drum engines, or agents, that are built for different production tasks. So within Groove Agent, you have the beat agent, the percussion agent, and the acoustic agent. And the acoustic agent is centered around acoustic drum kits. So these include detailed articulations, different mic mixes, and they're ideal for styles like jazz, rock, and pop. So the acoustic agent kits are less about one-shot beat programming and more about capturing the feel of a real drummer playing a real kit. And what makes the Acoustic Agent especially interesting is that it works hand in hand with the style player, which is what we're looking at right here. So rather than just loading a single MIDI groove and looping it, the style player gives you access to a complete performance system that can be used to build different sections of a drum part, including intros, fills, endings, and main grooves. All of which you can see right here if we just turn this wheel. So we're going to get into how this style player works. But first, let me quickly show you how to filter your search in the load panel here on the right so you only see the Acoustic Agent kits. Looking up here at the top, you can see that we have a couple of different search parameters. Right now we have style and category by default. But we can easily add more parameters here just by clicking this cogwheel. And let's go ahead and add agent type. Okay, clicking on agent type, if we just select Acoustic Agent, and let's click on this kit image here, that'll show us all of our acoustic kits. So we have several different acoustic kits to choose from, each with their own unique sound and flavor. And even within each separate kit, there's an incredible amount of variety across the different presets. So let's try loading up something in the rock kit. And I'll try one of these presets, maybe Stop Me If You Can. So I'm looking at the kit view right now, and I'm able to play this kit on my keyboard. And if we switch over to the player view, this is where we can access the style player in the middle. And if we look over here to the left at our pads, you see that we have a selection of style patterns. So if I press one of these pads, we've got this really cool groove to work with. And each of these presets that you see here in the rock kit, they'll load with their own unique set of style patterns. So if we try love letters, for example, then we've got some new grooves to work with on our pads here. And again, if you want to just toggle back to the single pieces of this kit, then we just come up here to the top and press Show Kit Pads. But I'm going to keep it on player view because we're going to explore this style player in more detail. So one thing that's really important to understand is that in Groove Agent, styles and kits are completely separate. The style controls the performances while the kit controls the sound of the drums themselves. And these can actually be loaded separately. So if we look up here at the top left of the load panel where we have kits highlighted, if I hover over this little circle here, it says load kit with patterns or styles. And right now I have that selected, but I can actually turn that off if I want to. So let's click that. Now it grays out. So coming back to the pads here on the left, let's say I really like the style patterns that I have loaded up right now. With that kit's preference turned off, I can actually go and load a completely different kit. And the patterns that I have loaded up on those pads, they'll remain the same. So let's try that. I'll click on my rock kit here and let's go to the studio kit and we'll try Funky Booty. Okay, so completely different kit, but we have the same patterns here on the left. And conversely, I can also load different style presets independently from the kit. So let's come back to the load panel, and sticking with our studio kit that we've got loaded up right now, I'll come up to the top and I'll select styles. And let's select all. And now I can browse all of my different MIDI grooves and style presets. The style presets will show up with the drumstick icon here on the left. And with whatever pad here I have selected on the left, I can load a new style into it. So let's try Dirt and Gravel. So new style preset loaded in the pad, but the kit remains the same. So like I mentioned before, we've got quite a few different Acoustic Agent kits to choose from. Let's try a completely different one. And maybe before I do that, I'll come back up to kits, and I'm going to turn our load kit and pattern styles preference back on. So maybe we'll take a look in the punch kit, which I love. It's got a really nice lively sound to it. Sounds awesome. And before we dive into the style player, I should mention that if there's something that you want to adjust in the kit mix, we have some options there. For instance, say I want my kick to come up in the mix a little. We can hit this show hide mixer icon, and we can adjust our kit pieces here. We got our kick, snare, toms, hi-hat. We also have the master mix here and the room and overhead mic mix. So we can make adjustments there, or we can come back to the kit view, and we can select any of our kit pieces here on the pads, snare, tom, and kick, and so on. And here in the middle, we can make adjustments to the room and overhead mix for each component, and we can even tune it and adjust our attack, hold, and decay. So you've got a lot of options to tweak the sound of the kit to your needs. So coming back to the style player, how this works is that each style is organized into main grooves, fills, intros, and endings. So we have main selected right now. You typically get 16 different main patterns, increasing in complexity from simple to busy. To the right of the wheel, you see this complexity grid, and this function only applies to the main grooves. So if we have anything else selected like fills, this grays out. And if you look at the pads here on the left that say main, these are the ones in yellow. If I click on any of these different main pads, you'll see the complexity dial move. So these yellow pads are just variations on the complexity of this groove. The complexity slider doesn't so much change the core of the groove, it just develops it. As you move up in complexity, you're adding more articulation, more movement, and more energy. It's the same groove idea, it's just evolving like a real drummer would. And we also have the intensity, which is basically just controlling the velocity. So if I bring the intensity way down to around 30 or so and just play this pad again, it's much quieter. Another important thing to note here is that when you make changes to the style player, at any point you can drag and drop a MIDI performance using this icon, and that MIDI file will reflect whatever state the style player is in currently. So again, this is what it sounds like right now. We'll hit the pad. Let's click and drag this into our project. And there it is. And this is such a cool feature because you can program all kinds of interesting details in the style player and then just instantly drag that performance as a MIDI file into your project at any time. So you'll see, of course, that we have other features from the style player loaded on these pads as well. So for example, some of these fills here that we have in blue. Our intros. And we have endings as well. Now here's where things get really interesting. Coming back to one of these main grooves. Okay, that one sounds good. Pretty low on the complexity scale, nothing too busy, just a simple groove. Now, if we use the autofill and auto complexity functions here, we can add some really interesting variations on this groove. Let's try autofill first. Okay, so I'll select 2 and I'll press play here. Watch what happens. Okay, so every bar, we get a new fill in the groove, and we can even select which fills we want to hear. We've got 8 different fills here to choose from, so there's plenty, but if we come over to this cogwheel, we can say maybe we only want to hear fill number 1 and 2, so I'll just take these out. So pretty cool, but we can fine tune this even more. So for example, maybe we don't want to hear the crash in the groove. So we can just come down to crash here and just say off. And maybe we also want to break ahead of the fill. And maybe we'll change our fills up too. Let's try fill number 6. How does that sound? And then check this out. We've got the auto complexity here on the right. So keep an eye on what happens here to this yellow complexity dot. So the style player starts to randomly move between various states of complexity every half bar. So it really starts to feel like we have a drummer that's like improvising with us here in the style player. So maybe we'll try a different kit. Let's load up something in the kit. I'm just going to pick one at random here. Let's try lightning. Really cool groove. Let's turn our auto complexity on, and we'll turn our autofill on as well. Let's put this at 4. I'll press play, see what happens. Okay, I love that. So we've got a fill every 4 bars, and maybe I'll add the break function in for the fills. So cool. And again, you can just drag and drop that as MIDI into your project. If you like what you just heard, it's as simple as dragging it right in. So you can see why the style player is such a powerful tool. Not only can you create arrangements really quickly with the MIDI drag and drop function, but you can also just jam with it and improvise and just come up with ideas right on the spot. Oftentimes I'll just pick a groove, I'll turn the auto complexity and autofill on, add a bit of swing here if I need to. I can quantize it. I usually leave the quantize off just because it sounds really natural without it. And I could just grab a guitar and just kind of jam along with it. All right, so that's a look at the Acoustic Agent and Style Player inside of Groove Agent. Hopefully this gives you a really clear understanding of how they work together and how quickly you can build realistic drum performances in Cubase. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out the other Groove Agent tutorials on this channel. Feel free to like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.